The truth is, not everyone is going to love you. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everyone's going to appreciate you. But you have got to love you first. Period. If you don't love you, how can anybody else love you? You've got to look in the mirror, let it tell you the truth about you, and accept that truth. Then you can move forward. And that is the truth. Hey, what's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. I even got the hat on to prove it right there, Longhorn. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Mr. Net, thank you for popping in, stopping in. Hey, Mr. Net, how you doing, baby? Baby sis, good to see you. Happy Sunday, baby sis, and Messages and the Madness family. That's right. Let's get this positive message. Let's get these positive vibes. You right. You absolutely right, baby sis. That's what it's all about. So thank y'all for joining me. If it's your first time, let me tell you, all we do is positive talk, unapologetically positive. That's what we do each and every Sunday, 8 o'clock Central, or whatever, 8 o'clock or whatever time it is your time. That's what time I'm on Sunday. Come check us out. Come hang out with us. And I'm always happy to be here because that means I got to wake up and see another day. Hallelujah. Because there's so many people who didn't get to wake up and see another day. So there's that part. I think everything is working right. The light is right. Everything is going. Hey, brother James, good to see you. He said, "Here, how's the house? The house is yeah, the house is doing good. We had some things happening, and we got them all squared away. We had to get a new roof because we had two hailstorms this year, so we got that all squared away, which is great. And then we had to get some new gutters because the hail tore up the gutters, and that's straightened out. So things are going well, James. Thanks for asking. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you got a chance to get out and do some fishing. Hey, Miss Marion, good to see you. And she says, "Howdy, um, Mad Fam." I never thought about that. The Mad Fam. Okay. Yes, like, love, share the message. Yes, yes, yes. Before we get too far into the show, yes, I have to show off the t-shirt. Yes, I do. I got this for Father's Day last week, and I was supposed to wear it last week. I want to make sure everybody see it. That's right. Because if I don't, my sister's gonna get on a plane, but she don't do and come to St. Louis and probably talk real bad to me, and then she'll hug me a lot. So hey, Miss Candy, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank y'all for stopping in, man. It's been a great week. The Had a show this weekend down in Sykeston, Missouri. I took some members of Laughter Has No Color, our comedy booking agency. We went down there and performed for, I call them my Southern family. Y'all see cousin Barbara. She pop in every now and then. But it was Gloria Jean's birthday, and we went down and performed for her last night. So that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. And drove on back, and here we are today. Believe it or not, I did nothing outside today. No, I stayed inside. And I hope that you guys are, yeah, I know the weather's been a little hot, so I hope you guys are taking care of making sure you're hydrating. That's the word I'm looking for. Make sure you're hydrating, taking care of yourself, staying out the sun. Yeah, well, I know we all got to get out sometimes, so just be careful doing that. I did start packing. I got to pack 2,000 thank you packages for veterans. So started working on that today. So moving forward, we're doing really, really, really good. So, but let's get into this message tonight. Wow. Annette, hey, Annette, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Guys, I see y'all lurking out there in the back. Hit your like, hit your love. And if you like what we're talking about tonight, please share the message. But yeah, like, love. Let me get some of them snaps in there. Okay. So, wow, 117 degrees. I wouldn't even get out of bed. I wouldn't. I'm like, oh no, it's just too hot. I just lay there with a fan on me and the air conditioner blowing and my hand in a bucket of ice. That's what I would do. But wow, that's a lot. Well, you be safe out there, okay? But again, uh, let's get into this message. So, welcome back, everybody, to Messages in the Madness. Today, we're tackling a feeling we've all had at some point. The feeling that our struggles are one of a kind. Eh, Yeah, we've often had that feeling, whether it's life throwing you curveballs or your money being funny or our love life being a bit of a roller coaster ride. It's easy to think that we're the only ones going through it. But let me tell you something, you're most definitely not alone. You're not the only one going through the ups and downs of life. Hey, Miss Coley, good to see you. Just to reiterate for Miss Coley, because she always shares it when she gets a chance. The topic for tonight is you are not the first and you won't be the last. You are not the first and you won't be the last. That's the message. That's the title of the message tonight. So, but yeah, we go through some things. Oh man, we go through some things. And we go, why me? Why me? Why me? And the question then becomes, why not you? Because there's nothing new under the sun. I don't care how you shake it, how you fold it, how you turn it into a kite and fly it. There's nothing new under the sun. Anything and everything that you have been through, there is somebody else who has been through it too. That's the reason why we have all these support groups out here. But we'll get into that, okay? So life does, as we know, life can be weird. We get those unexpected twists. You know, uh, it's unpredictable. It's completely unpredictable. As they say, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. Yeah, tell God your plans, and then he'd be like, hold my beer," and he'll show you something else. But life has a way of upending you when you least expect it. When you think that you got your finger on it and you got things moving in the direction that you needed to go, then all of a sudden somebody pulls a fast one on your life, pulls a fast one on you. It goes left instead of right like you expected. So baby sis says great message because a lot of folks need to be reminded. Okay, I appreciate that. And then Cody says, "You are not the first, and you won't be." That's right. That's it. She says she'll be right back. As they say nowadays, life, yes, life be lifing. I say I'm gonna get T-shirts made that say "Life be lifing." That's what I'm gonna do that because it does. It just and it doesn't stop. I mean, it just. But the beautiful thing about it though is we've been through enough in our lives to where we can actually start to navigate those those twists and those turns when we can handle it when life be lifing. But we still feel like that we are alone, that we are going through this by ourselves, that we are standing on an island with help written out in seashells and waving fire and smoke so that the plane flying over us could see us. But as y'all know, these days it's 3 degrees of separation from something. You know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's going through the same thing you are, or have been through what you have been through. Pardon me. But like I said, it can be unpredictable. Sometimes it throws things our way we never saw coming. A loss we weren't prepared for, career change that felt daunting, a fight with a loved one that leaves us feeling lost. In those moments, it's natural to feel overwhelmed and think, this is it. This is the worst it's ever been for me. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But here's the thing, history is full of stories of us and our human resilience. Full of stories of people getting knocked down and getting back up, of people running into walls and getting up and walking away from them, going, man, that wall hurt. I won't do that again. Um, Baby Sis says 6 degrees of separation. I thought it was that used to be 6 degrees. Now it's like, yeah, now it's like 3 degrees because everybody knows somebody that knows because of social media. Now somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody versus it used to be six. Now it's a whole lot closer. So a lot closer. James says it's Murphy's Law. Yeah, Murphy's Law has a lot to do with that. Baby sis says, I can believe that. And I'm glad that you can because, like I said, I'm just telling you what I know. History is full of stories of human resilience. People have faced incredible challenges and come out stronger on the other side. Anything and everything that you do in life makes you stronger, makes you wiser, makes you better. It helps you to navigate what you think is unnavigable. I don't know if that's a word or not, but with the thing that you don't see a way through, there's a way through. And you may not know it on your own. You may have to talk to somebody that's been through it before to help you get there. But yeah, um, the other side of that though is you're not alone in feeling overwhelmed, but you're also not alone in the ability to overcome. So baby sis says, I believe that, and yeah. And then Cody says, Alfonso Duff. Um, was it Alfonso Duff? I don't know who that is. You have to help a brother out with that one, okay? Here, we just go. Well, of course, we got the power of Google here. So let's see. Alfonso Duff. Who is he? Let's see. I'm about to do some reading on him, but thank you, Coley. I'll look that up, okay? So let's just say money. Let's talk about finances for a minute. We can all agree that money can be a major source of stress. Oh my God. Um, yes, it can. We can all agree it gets on your nerve. It could be tedious. It's great when we got it, but man, when we looking for it, it could be stressful. When we don't know if we got enough, this could be stressful. And whether it's our student loans or hanging over our heads, unexpected bills piling up, or the pressure to keep up with everything that you got going on in your life. I mean, come on, man. A gallon of milk right now is what, $4, $5? A dozen of eggs is what, $3? The every prices on things is going up, but our money ain't going up. Yeah, it's a pressure, it's a stressor. In those moments, it could feel like drowning. Like no one else understands the burden that you are carrying, what you are going through. But here's the secret: you're not the only one. Millions of people across generations have dealt with financial challenges. There are resources out there and strategies available to help get us back on track. No, I don't have a list of them. I don't. But guess what? We all have these little computers in our pocket that if we use them, you'd be surprised what information you can find that's out there. Um, they are. Remember, feeling lost financially doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean that. It just means you might need to adjust your approach. I'll give you one example. When I wrote my first book, I looked around, I talked to a few publishing companies, and they was like, well, you're not no, you're a nobody, so it's gonna cost you some money to print this book. And I was asking how much was it gonna cost? And the numbers that they were throwing at me was like, oh man, I ain't got that kind of money. So then I went and I Googled how to publish a book for no, I prayed. Then I asked the question, how do you publish a book for free? And I found it with this right there, resource utilization. So if you ain't got bait to catch, if you ain't got enough bait to catch the big fish, use the small bait you got to catch a little fish, and then use that little fish to catch the big fish. Um, that's for caps and hats for the saying you said you wanted. Okay. Let's see. Ned says, love the shirt. Thank you very much. Baby sis got that for me for Father's Day. Oh, she said Duff is my childhood classmate from the 80s. Okay. Hey, Miss Charlotte, good to see you. We was a little concerned about you. Glad to see you. James says lack of money. I think we all have dealt with lack of money. I don't think anybody that's watching this show has ever had too much money at one point in time. I know I've never had that problem or that challenge or that situation or whatever you want to call it that's PC. I would like to experience the issue of having too much money. I would. I would like to have that experience. I do. I would. So I'm gonna put that out in the universe. I would like to experience the challenge of having too much money. Um, said thanks for explaining that to him. One day at a time. And baby sis says you're welcome. So let's talk about the enigma. The I'm sorry, no, I'm not gonna call it that. Let's just talk about love for a second. Love. It can be the most exhilarating feeling in the world to be in love and to have somebody love you, be in a relationship, and also the most heartbreaking. A bad breakup, a rocky relationship, or just trying to find that special connection is exhausting. It can be. These experiences can feel all consuming, like they're happening only to you. But the truth is, the world of love is a universal human experience. Heartbreak, loneliness, and the search for connections are part of our journey. Nobody is born with their helpmate or with their soulmate right beside them. Nobody. Uh, and find it, and yeah, I've been in some relationships. I've been in multiple relationships, and yeah, I can honestly say when those ended, I thought the world was over, that it was done. I was done. I was never going to go through this again. I said I wasn't getting married again until I was 55 years old in a nursing home and in a wheelchair because of my last relationship was it was very, very, very taxing for me. And I can admit it. And I said, I'm never gonna do this again. What's that song? I'm never gonna love again. Yeah, there's thousands of songs out there about that. But man, you get there. You get around that corner. You get over that hump. You make it through that wall or through that door, and you try again. It's hard, but you do love again. And the one thing about that I will say, I'm treading thin ice here because I can't say that I'm a relationship specialist, but the thing about love is when we move away from that previous relationship into another one, we got to remember to leave the baggage from the previous relationship at the door. Because if we bring the baggage from, we can bring the experiences and the knowledge with us into the next relationship, what to do, what not to do. But when we bring all that baggage from the previous into the current, that could be a problem. So, baby sis says you said you wanted to have life be lifting, and Cody says her friend Duff makes sure. Oh, okay, got it now. Duh. Okay, thank you. I'm slow. I'm slow, and Mr. Net dresses me funny. Now I got it. Okay. Holla at your boy Alfonso Duff to make me the shirts that say "Life be lifing." Okay. Well, I will create my own special design that I want for it, and I will do that. So it's just like, well, I'm still trying to find somebody to reproduce these. Yeah, it's about time for another one. This one's getting a little dirty. Yeah, I need some more, and I owe Miss Annette one out there and out in Arizona as well. So let's talk about our health. Our health is the most precious possession. But facing an illness or an injury or even just the fear of getting sick can make us feel isolated. Like it can make us feel isolated and scared. And why am I going through this? Am I and I make you feel like you are alone. But guess what? You're not the first one to go through this because that's why they have specialists. people who specialize in what you're going through. This is why they have support groups, because people that have been through this have shared experiences that they could share with you, but you still feel isolated and you feel scared. But then you just casually have a conversation with somebody and they say, "Hey, I've been through X, Y, and Z." And you go, "What? Tell me more." And then you find out that they have that what? You mean you too have this small cabbage on the back of your ear growing? Let me see. And then they show you they eat the cabbage on the back of the ear. You go, "Oh my God, I got one too." Or my friend got that. And this is what they did. But while we're going through whatever it is that we're going through, we feel like we're the only ones. Why me? Well, like I said, the title of this is "You Are Not the First, and You Will Not Be the Last." You won't be. But again, we think, why me? Why now? The reality is, countless others have walked the similar path. They have done this journey. Now, true enough, your journey is your journey because your path is your path. But man, there's a reason why highways across the country all look alike. They might lead to the same places, but they look an awful lot alike. If you don't read the signs, you think you're on the same highway because they're similar. Similar. Technology and medicine are constantly evolving, offering new possibilities and treatments. Even if your situation feels unique, there's a whole community out there that are dealing with health challenges and the things that you're going through exactly. And you don't have to go through it alone. What you have to do is put your pride in your pocket and raise your hand and say, "Hey, this is what I got going on. Can you point me to a group? Can you point me to people who are similar to me to help me figure this out? Because I can't figure it out. I'm tired of being by myself on this. Help me out." And y'all, I can speak from experience. I'm a very proud person. And I had a situation on my day job, and they handed me a large number of retailers to take care of. And I just said, "Okay, thank you. I'll take care of it." And then Mr. Net asked me, "Well, how are you going to handle this large number of retailers?" I said, "Well, it's like a rack of ribs. I'm going to cook that whole slab of ribs, but I can only eat it one bone at a time, like anything in life. You're going to deal with it one piece at a time." And then the job market thing. Let's talk about work for a second. The frustrations of seemingly endless job search. I met, I was talking to a young man the other day. He says, "Man, I don't keep a job for more than a year." What? He said, "Yeah, a year is about my cutoff." What? And then I couldn't imagine doing that, constantly looking for another job. But unfortunately, we go through these things called layoffs or the pressures to perform at a peak level all the time. Or we may not, the job that we're doing may not be the job that we signed up for. There's a number of reasons why people go through the situation of job loss, job find, job quit, job find. There's numbers of reasons. But it's enough pressure to it's enough to make you anxious, make you frustrated, upset you. It could drive you nuts. And then you're sitting there going, "Why me? Why now? Why is this happening?" But here's the thing: the world of work is constantly changing. Millions of people navigate job changes every day, career pivots, and economic uncertainties throughout their lives. Unfortunate, but it's true. Yeah, my son had a great job that he enjoyed and he liked. And then all of a sudden the contract ended and bam, he's unemployed. Nothing he did. Nothing he did. Just change overnight. But change is inevitable with everything. You're not alone. You're not the first person that this has happened to, and you're definitely not going to be the last. But remember, your skills and experience are valuable. You are valuable. There's a place out there for everyone. Even if the path to finding it isn't always clear, it's not always easy. You may have to cut down, a few bushes and look over some tree lines, but there's something out there for you. If I'm speaking to you, then I'm telling you, there's something out there for you. Keep your head up. So I hope you guys got something from this tonight. Oh, let me go down here. I'm sorry, Mr. Ness said I just joined a cancer group. Yeah, and it helps. It's helping you out. Yeah, because you're not the first and you're not the last. But you joining that group and your experience may be what will help the next person. Thank you for even having the courage in that to admit that this is what you did because a lot of people won't. But as I was telling y'all about the job situation, also I had the situation where, they gave me all these stores and then they cut down my list and it became overwhelming. So I finally had to raise my hand and say, hey guys, I need some help. And they gave me some help. But I know I'm proud, very proud. But sometimes there's some things you just can't handle on your own. Your arm's only so long. You can't always get your arms around everything. Sometimes you need a little hand getting there. So again, I hope y'all have been able to take something away from this. But what's the biggest takeaway here? I would like to tell you that you're not alone. While specific challenges might be difficult, the underlying human emotions are universal. We all face struggles. We all face challenges. We all face trials. We all yearn for connection and support. It's a human thing, it's a real thing. There's comfort in knowing others have walked your path, have walked a similar road, or walked a path similar to yours. They've learned valuable lessons from them that they could share with you. And the thing about it, though, as you walk this path and you get to the other side, when you get to the destination that you desire, you'll be stronger and you'll be able to share that information with somebody else. So the next time you feel alone in your struggles, remember this conversation right here. Remember this conversation. Remember the millions who have gone before you and the millions who will follow. Maybe you could share your story to help empower somebody else, to help somebody else move forward with their life to get to where they're trying to go, to understand the situation that they're in. Maybe you have a unique medical situation that nobody else around you has ever been in. Maybe you could help somebody else that comes up with that to navigate forward. Maybe you've devised a system to win the lottery. Maybe you can share your secret with somebody else and help them. But I'm making light. But the truth is, you're not alone in your struggles. You're not the only one. Remember, millions have gone before you and millions will follow. You are part of a vast human tapestry and it's woven with the threads of resilience. Yeah, James, pay it forward. Resilience, strength, and the universal desire to overcome. Everybody wants to overcome something. You're not alone. You're not the first, and you definitely won't be the last. So that's the message tonight, y'all. Going into this week, I just want you to remember, hey man, I'm not the first one to go through this. I'm not gonna be the last one. But man, there's some help out here. And I need to find it. If that's what you need, then you need to go find it. Maybe you could be hopeful to somebody else. You'd be surprised when you give blessings, what blessings come back to you and how they come back to you. Because see, rarely does a blessing ever come back to you from the person that you blessed. I know that for a fact. So, guys, I guess that's it. So I'm gonna say thank y'all for joining us tonight. Hold on one second. Roger's saying something here. He says, spending a little time with Jaden, been a busy short weekend. Gonna watch the show later in its entirety. Do that. I appreciate that. Congratulations on your club. Look like it's gonna be opening up soon. My guy Roger owns a club down up in Quincy, and he's asked me if I'd come and tell some jokes up there at some point in time. So I'm looking forward to that. So and shake Jaden's hand for me. Tell him I said hey. But thank you for joining us on Messages in the Madness tonight. If you're struggling with something today, remember that we're here for you. Reach out to a friend, family member, or even a professional. There's help out there available for you, and you don't have to face it alone. You really don't. Oh, there's cousin Barbara there. Hey, cousin Barbara. Good to see you. She said, hey, y'all, sorry for being late. Had a long weekend. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're always welcome here, Annette. Always. But we're closing out the show now, cousin Barbara. So you got to check it out later. Tell the family we said hey and thanks for having us last night. But as I always say, guys, I love you. God loves you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Hug them kids. Respect our vets. I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis, and this has been another episode of Messages in the Madness. And let's see. I'm sorry. Baby sister says, appreciate the good message. Wishing you and everyone a wonderful week. Yeah, there you go. Everybody have a wonderful week. That's my baby sister said. Cuz says we enjoyed y'all. That's right, Miss Coley. I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis. That is me. Check me out on my website. Follow me on social media if you don't already. I'm not hard to find. God bless y'all. Until next Sunday, $2.